Would have had Newz leaking. Y'all asked me what I would have did to Newz when I seen them.
What you would have done?
I would have put Newz on Fox 5 with Vada Fly for all
You already know what it is, man. Salute to the subscribers, that notification gang, etc., etc. Don't let none of that get too far ahead of you. You know what I be? Follow me on IG, Vada_fly. Tell your mama I said hi. Shout out to my guy, Showtime SP, and everybody who watches this content, whether religiously or in passing. Man, up and away. I got a couple subjects today. First and foremost, like I said, shout out to every single one of y'all. I know a lot of y'all's parents. School is getting close to the end of the year for most of us. Some people's kids' school ended last month, last week. Some people's is ending soon. It's just summertime, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be real cognizant out here what's going on. These kids out here is wilding. It's insane, especially in a lot of, you know what I'm saying, the urban cities. They're letting them go out there. So you gotta have conversations with your kids, make sure you're safe, make sure y'all moving right and grooving right, because the last thing I would hate to see is any of y'all have to bury y'all children, you know what I'm saying? So be safe out there, because it's hot outside. You know, it's around that season when niggas get shot outside. But that's first and foremost. A-Ward versus Bad Newz is not going down. I did see A-Ward put the announcement out, but I kind of knew it wasn't gonna happen because I look at it like this. Bad Newz career in battle rap is pretty much over.
Spin, 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 spin.
Like, it is what it is. Once you get the snitching thing tied to your name and people coming out, witnesses and this, that, and the third, like, it's battle rap. First of all right. So from what I heard was Bad Newz situation kind of happened like it was a card game where they was gambling. You know, nigga gambling, debt go wrong, somebody pulled out a gun, bow, he gets shot.
Definitely concerns me a little bit, you know what I mean? But, you know, I packed that thing too, so he come around this way, you will get caught.
They grab a bunch of people, they start asking Bad Newz, and allegedly, he told with 100% accuracy. Now, for Bad Newz, the bad news is that he's bad news. So his whole mantra, his aura, his whole mystique was streets, was being hard, was the gun and the daddy guy. So when you rep that, and it's kind of the message that you portray, the GD thing, the big bang and the gang shit, when that's what you kind of stand for, it comes with, that comes with the territory, you know what I'm saying? Now if you are somebody who works for IBM, you going to work every day, you taking care of your kids, putting money in your 401k, and just working on a great life, and somebody comes into your driveway, pistol whips you, and shoots you for no apparent reason, if you tell on them, I don't think people are going to be mad, because you're not into that, you know what I'm saying? That's not your lifestyle, that's not what you signed up for, that's not the code of ethics that you stand by. You're a civilian. What Bad Newz would be saying was like, yo, when I got shot, I was a civilian, like at that point in time. But he never understood that once you gang forever. It's not, I'm gang on Tuesdays, but on Thursdays I'm civilian. Like, what kind of diet gangster was you on? What kind of diet gangster was he portraying? You couldn't be both. You can't be both. That's why I said you got one foot on the curb and one foot in the street. It don't work like that. So you might well get on the sideline with everybody else who's not into that stuff, you know what I'm saying? I like to go outside my house and not have to look over my shoulder. I like not having to worry about police knocking at my door. I like not having to worry about somebody blowing my windows out when my kids is in the, I don't have to worry about none of that. I'm telling you, it's a whole nother side of life that people can enjoy, where you don't have to worry about any of that shit. You leave that stuff alone. But so Bad Newz pretty much threw his career away. When he came back, he had a little run, he had some battles, but there were people that were in his life that wanted battle rap to know what had happened, you know what I'm saying? They were telling people, reaching out to bloggers, trying to get anybody that would listen to come out with this story, and now it came out, you know what I'm saying, and the whole shit went left with him, and his career is pretty much in limbo. So I knew that he was not gonna be there to battle A-Ward, not this A-Ward.
I hope so.
Okay. Not the A-Ward that we know, Officer T-Ward, but not A-Ward, you know what I'm saying? A-Ward would have smoked him. It wouldn't have looked good, and you know what I'm saying? I don't even know why the battle was still put together. It looks like a tournament, it says like the road to Geechee, but A-Ward already battled Geechee twice, so I really don't, it's not my job. I mean, was lucky enough to bet on the Indiana Pacers the other night, right? Because now I'm always talking about some other shit. I bet on the Indiana Pacers the other night and won. You know what I'm saying? Halliburton, what the hell? What the hell? What the Halliburton? What the Heliante made the game winner. So when I won the parlay, I just didn't blog all week. So I really don't. I'm catching up with the stories because it's mad fun and way easier when you're winning there to be here with this fucking battle rap bullshit every day. But so what it seems like, you know what I'm saying, you got, so the nigga Bad News was like probably thinking that his career was gonna continue to move on with the whole gangster thug image and shit like that, but it just wasn't gonna work, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think we're ever gonna see him battle again. And you know, that's just, he's not the first rat, he's not the last rat. He should have just went with the whole gangster rat thing. It's a thing now. Like niggas with the, you know, you would have got heckled in battles. People heckle you in battles all the time, but you would have been alright, my nigga. Like, well, it's more of you. You're not the only one. You're not the only person in battle rap who's told on someone before. You know what I'm saying? It's highly unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's keep it moving. Next, you got Rum Nitty versus Jay the Nightwing, Mad King. I like that battle. Is it a known battle? Like a known battle? No. But I already knew that some of the battles and some of the looks on this were not going to be top level.
And I keep that fire on me. I keep that thigh, y'all. I keep that thigh, y'all, waiting to put it on the motherfucker's ass.
You had to know it was going to be a diet gnome. It's been a diet year. It has been... They fired P. It's been a diet year, so you gotta know that you wasn't gonna get. You're not getting no. I told y'all when I first started speaking about it. I said I saw the card. I said you're not gonna get no super names like Loaded Lux and Murder Mooks, and you're not gonna get none of that. I said you're not getting none of that. You get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that. But you ain't getting no top names. I like Jay the Nightwing versus Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty's like all over the place right now. It's like he battled Loaded Lux. Now he battled Elijah Straight last week. He's battling Jay the Nightwing. Rum Nitty's just battling anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like battle rap has taken a super reset as far as like the talent and battling and having like career modes and shit. These niggas now are just battling anybody. They'll battle this nigga this week, Charlie Clips next week, Danny Myers the week after. It doesn't even matter anymore. It's just like a bag grab type shit. But I like it. I do think that Rum Nitty is, I know Rum Nitty's way more polished on big stages than Jay the Nightwing. Jay the Nightwing's had a couple joints. I believe he had Kid Chaos in one in North Carolina. Remember when they used to do joints in battles in North Carolina and shit, when they used to stuff all the niggas in their DMV shit. They used to have DMV. We see how many stars came out of DMV because, you know, they fired the nigga who was hiring them. But anyway, they used to stuff all these niggas inside these venues and shit in DMV. And I think Jay Nightwing did good. I remember that shit. So going into a battle with Rum Nitty, I mean, Rum Nitty in New York is crazy. You know what I mean? Like he get a little crazy. You know, so that's the grab the nose, I'm coming down with something. That was in New York. Headshot your mom's sister. They have to MOP your Annie up. That was in New York. Jay, what are you doing? Jay the Night, what are you doing, Jay? You gonna take that nigga? You gonna take Rum Nitty in New York? What you doing that for? Man, Rum Nitty, man, that's a tough sell, man. Jay Knight was a talented MC, you know what I'm saying? I don't take nothing away from him. I think that he's got a hell of a flow. He has pretty good battles. Superstar, no. Star, no. I don't think Jay the Nightwing is a star. The reason why I don't think Jay the Nightwing is a star, it's only based off of the subsidiary things. Like, he doesn't really have an online presence. He really doesn't, like, communicate. Like, his brand is not out there, you know what I'm saying? It's not an appealing brand. Like, I'm not hating on him. He's very talented. He's gonna always be in every battle, but he doesn't have a becoming brand that people really want to emulate. You know, like Good. Let's say you got artists like Good selling sneakers and shit like that, and then you got other artists who just don't do nothing but show up and rap. I look at Jay the Nightwing the same way I look at Ill Will. Talented MCs, but they're just gonna show up and rap. They had a very good battle that's online right now. Check out Jay the Nightwing versus Ill Will, motherfucker. Check out, if you ain't got shit to do, check out Jay the Nightwing versus Ill Will. But what I'm saying is, he doesn't have the commercial appeal. He's not like People ain't selling, people ain't coming to the venue like I'm coming here because Jay the Nightwing is here. Now, the motherfucker is nice, and if he's on the card, he's gonna go crazy. But there's certain people who sell the card, and there's other people who's on the card. And he's someone who's on the card. There's nothing wrong with being on the card, but it is what it is. Okay? Cool. We good. Overall, so far, like I said, Newz is turning out. I said I know the card, but it's rolling out pretty much the way I expected. It's kind of mercurial in a rollout because you got a random notification drop on a Sunday, a random one drop on a Tuesday. There's no formality. You really don't know what's going on. You know, T-Top battles hustle, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it ain't like I've seen Newz where there were some super main events. There were some T-Top versus Goods. There were some like marquee battles, Tay-Rock versus Chess, like war zone joints. There's nothing on here that I feel like is like a war. Like if I think about it, let me think. No, not a war before. Like there's gonna be some good joints. Like Tay-Rock and Real Sick will be really good because Real Sick is a dominant MC, and Rock like to push his pen and try to push himself to that next level. So I think that's gonna be good, but it ain't nothing that the card overall so far is like one of them joints that I'll see if I see, but I'm not like taking off work or no shit like that. If I'm work, I wouldn't do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Newz is not, it is what it is. But from what I've seen so far, this is a card that I would see from the crib. Like the economy is fucking crazy right now. A gallon of milk costs like $5. You think I'm gonna take $5? We not standing up for no niggas if they not bringing no fire. You gotta bring it nowadays. And that, I think that was a lot of the conversation last week about the battle rap and the leagues dying, and you know, everybody don't want to do this, that, and the third no more. But like I said, you know, and this is back to, you know, some of Hitman's conversation in the week when he was saying people don't really recap battles. It's like they don't recap battles because it's not worth it. The drama is what sells. You could talk about drama all day and it's gonna do 5 times the views of you sitting down breaking down a nigga battle. So what the fuck am I breaking down your bars that ain't really that good for a lot of y'all anyway, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all bars is not really that good. So for us to break it down and do all this extra shit, really it just don't even be worth it. So you know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. But shout out to everybody out there, hope all is well, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got John versus Fonz. I think that's a dope battle. Real Sick versus Tay-Rock, I believe that'll be cool too. And we'll see what else comes out of that, man. But yeah, Jay the Nightwing and Rum Nitty just got announced. But Jay, it's like a Rum Nitty in New York. Oh, God. Mad King! I like the possibilities.